Hello and welcome back to my nail corner. Today we are going to be working with some products from Double Dip. I had never used their products before. They sent me a box of some supplies, including these two colors. Their liquids, another color, and a couple other things that I will probably be using in future videos. But today I decided to use those two colors as well as this decal from Poshy Nail Designs. They are Waterslide decals, so if you have never used those before, definitely stay tuned and I will show you how easy and fun they are. These are the liquids from Double Dip, and I had used them on the swatches and was going to use them just to give my first-hand, or I guess, yeah, my first-hand opinion on how they were to work with. So that's what we're going to do today. And I was still trying to decide what I was going to do. Well, I pulled these out, and so here we go. I will say that this color is like a hot pink. The picture makes it, or the video on my camera makes it lean a little bit more like neon reddish orange. It was like a really hot pink. I mean, maybe not highlighter pink, maybe leaning a tiny bit more red, but like a lot more hot pink than it shows in the video. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and get into application, but what I can tell you is that I liked the liquids. I was a little bit surprised, and I don't mean to sound that way, but the first thing that had me a little bit worried was the brush being black. So my only experience with a black brush on nail liquids were my original Revel liquids from like 3 or 4 years ago. And they used to just have a history of gunking up more easily, and they eventually switched over to the clear nylon brushes. I think they're nylon. That was just an assumption on my part. To help prevent them from gunking up on people, I guess, and just getting ruined. And so I never really had that issue, but it was like in my head as like black brushes are not good. And so I was like worried about that, but I had no issues with these. And I really, really liked the base application. Like, I think you can see there, it applies really smoothly. It wasn't thick. It wasn't runny. It was just really a nice consistency. I don't know how else to explain that. But yeah, it was just a really nice, smooth consistency. And look at how great the coverage is with one dip from these powders. They were super soft. Just like not grainy. That it was just that super soft velvety texture is the only way that I think explain it best. So really liked the base. It worked really well, and then the powders were like a really great coverage, really soft, and just like buttery, I guess. Anyway, so I'm gonna let you guys watch this application. I am going to use a Revel color for my decal finger because I wanted to put white under it and I didn't have white from Double Dip, so I used Revel Emily to go under my decal just to show it off a little more. So I'm gonna let you guys watch this application. I'll speed it up a little bit because you guys all know how basic application goes, and then I will pop back in to walk you guys through the Waterslide decal application, and then I'll come back at the end and wrap it up, you know, the usual. So stay tuned. Okay, so I've applied all of my colors and I have activated. I only barely buffed these. They were so nice and smooth that I just kind of did a little bit of filing and slight buff over the top, and then they were good to go. So you want to cut out the decal you're going to use. You can set it in the plastic or in like the container of water if you want to. I tend to do it this way just because it's not very messy and not very cumbersome and whatever. So leave your decal set there for just a minute or two. It'll separate from the backing. And while I was waiting for that, I took base. So this is a gel base, and I applied that to the nail that I wanted to use for my Waterslide decal. And then I am just going to flash cure it for about 10 seconds. That leaves it slightly cured and yet slightly tacky, and that's just going to allow for the decal to kind of stick to it a little bit better. You just don't want it like sliding around when you're trying to place it. So it's not like super sticky, like not movable. It's just tacky enough to make it an easy operation. So I just use those little tweezers to pull it away from the water. And then this is what I like to do. It's a jelly stamper. And it just picks that little decal up right like that, which is just kind of awesome for placement. You can see what you're doing and where you're putting it, and you just stick it right on the nail like you would a stamp. Super easy. If you don't have a stamper, you can just place it by hand, and that works fine. I just find that to be the easiest way to kind of see what I'm doing and where I want to put it. And you can even kind of zhuzh it around while you have the stamper like pressed up against your nail. So that is the Waterslide decal. I went ahead and put a matte top coat on all of my colored nails and then a glossy over the decal because I thought that would look best, but do whatever works for you. So I used gel to finish off this mani. You could on a Waterslide decal, if you want to use your dip liquids, you can just activate that nail and then put your dip top coat right over it. It will work because you've used activator. So that is also an option, but because I wanted to do the matte look on these neon nails, I decided to go with my gel top coat and just did that for all the nails because that's what I was already doing. So again, on top of a Waterslide decal, you can use your dip liquids. You can use just regular nail polish if that's what you want to do. Sorry, my kid bumped the table or the camera stand while they were walking by. Anyway, this is my matte gel top coat from Modelones, and once I cure these, you will see the cool matte finish that came with these nails. I'm sorry, I couldn't get like a great picture to really represent these colors truly, but they were just like a neon hot pink and a pretty neon yellow. But you know, cameras are a challenge sometimes, and lighting sometimes just changes things. Even in natural light, they were just not photographing true. Either way, I thought this turned out really cool. I loved the pineapple decal. I felt like it pulled all of those things together, and I just really enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I'm not really generally like a yellow person or always like a neon person, but I loved them. They felt so summery. I felt like I needed to be on a tropical island somewhere rocking the pineapple nails. So if you've never tried double dip nails, I definitely recommend them. I have a discount code that they gave me for you guys. I think it's Kate15. I will drop it down in the description. And if you want to give them a try, you should. I highly recommend them, and we'll do some future videos with other products that I got in that fun box they sent me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little bit about a new company to try out, and I hope you have a great day. Please give me a thumbs up, drop a comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.